All right, so let's go ahead and practice speed. Speed is king on the green. So we've got the prime putt mat here. I'm working right at home. It's so important to practice putting a ton. And I know players have limited time, so having this set up right at home makes it easy for you to practice. All right, because when you do have time to go to the range, you're going to want to do your long game. I know that. All right, so set up this station at home and you can practice your putting anytime. It's awesome. All right, so we're going to use the prime putt backboard. All right, so typically this goes at the opposite end behind the cups, but we're going to use it as a backstop for your backstroke. All right, because a lot of players have mammoth backstrokes. So this is going to control the length of your backstroke. So we're just focusing on speed. We want to get it within this corridor right here. All right, if it goes in, great. But I'm really just focused on speed. All right, so I'm going to roll a couple putts here. I'm going to put this pretty close to the prime putt. All right, today we're going to work on speed. Speed is king on the green. All right, you're never going to be that far off of the line, but you can be miles off of the speed. All right, and we are going to experiment with different length backstrokes. I find that a lot of players take mammoth backstrokes and then they end up decelerating. All right, this is a 10-foot putt. You don't need a big backstroke. All right, you just need a consistent energy. All right, so you don't want it too soft and you certainly don't want it too hard. So we're going to focus on the length of the backstroke. All right, how short can I make this backstroke? All right, we're going to use the help of the prime putt backstop. That's usually behind the holes, but we're going to use it for our backstroke so we don't go too long. It's phenomenal. All right, I love this setup because you can do it right at home. All right, so what we're going to do is experiment. How short can we make this and still get it to the hole? All right, so let's see what happens here. The backstroke's going to be tiny. Wow, that was awesome. It got to the hole. Phenomenal. All right, and that backstroke was tiny. All right, so that's just barely 3-inch backstroke. All right, and you can see it's getting to the hole. It's going in. All right, I'm giving it, I'm creating contact with the backstroke, which is cool. I feel like I'm giving it good energy. All right, that actually went a little too long, but I felt like it was a good stroke. And you can see this backstroke's tiny. This is an important point. A lot of players take mammoth backstrokes for putts inside 10 feet. It's just not necessary. All right, so this is going to train you to create a little bit of acceleration, natural acceleration through the putt. All right, versus not giving it enough energy. So I find that players go big with this backstroke and then slow down. All right, it's got to be the reverse. Now I don't want you to consciously add acceleration. All right, you nailed it. That was too, that was too much energy. But I do need a good energy. We don't want it too hard, we don't want it too soft. So everyone's going to have their own signature energy. And then you're going to maintain that for each and every putt, doesn't matter what length, and then just change the length of the backstroke. All right, but I like, personally, to minimize the backstroke as much as possible because a lot can go off here with the face and your hands and everything else. So if you minimize that, that'll help stabilize the putter face so you have much more consistency on the green. All right, so this is just a great exercise to really dial in your backstroke. Backstroke and energy. All right, with direct feedback from the prime putt backboard there, that's usually behind the cups. We're using it as a training aid. All right, so usually there's a backstop here, but we're using it as a backstop for a backstroke. Now the thing I like about that is it gives you kinesthetic feedback and auditory feedback, and then also you want to stay on the mat. All right, so the fact that the backstop isn't here gives you really good feedback on your speed. Because I feel like the 3-inch is a little forced. So I'll see if I can smooth it out with a 6-inch backstroke. That one felt really, really good. Now we're not worried about getting it in the cup here. We're just focused on speed. So we don't want it to go off the mat. All right, which is phenomenal. Again, giving you feedback. That was a good putt. This would be a 3-inch backstroke, which I found was a little too short, and this is more of a 6-incher, which I found was better for this 10-footer. All right, maybe a little less right there. All right, so this is just a great way to train. So then when you go on the course, you can visually see in your mind's eye the backstop here. All right, what this backstroke represents. All right, so you can dial it in on the course. Most important factor when you're practicing is getting feedback. All right, you need feedback, otherwise what's the point of practice? All right, you need some sort of coach. So if I'm not there to help you, at least you have this. All right, so I'm finding that the 6-inch is really, really good. 6 inches. My energy's good. I don't feel like I'm forcing it. Uh-oh, that's off. That's off. Oh boy. Now when it comes to putting, we need precision. That one I really, really like. All right, now let's go the extreme. Let's make it too big, so more like 8-inch. I'm gonna have to adjust my with the stance here. Yeah, that one no good. I felt like I had to decelerate to get it in the cup. It went in the cup, but I felt like I had to slow down. All right, so when you're practicing this, pay attention to how much energy you're delivering to the putt. All right, you want to hear a nice click sound. And again, you want to maintain this energy. Doesn't matter how long the putt is. Yep, it went off the mat. I felt like it was a good roll too. All right, so I felt like that was a little too much energy. That was better. But you can see that you heard the loud sound on the backstop, which tells me the backstroke's not long enough. All right, so if you feel like you nail the backstroke, go ahead and move the ball. Give yourself a slightly bigger backstroke and see how that feels. All right, because in the end, it's about how is your energy with each and every backstroke. You want a consistent energy. Oh, that was awesome. All right, so I like the about 6 inches for this 10-foot putt. So our goal is to keep it on the mat. All right, so we're not focused on getting it in the cup. We want to keep it on the mat. If it goes in the cup, fantastic. But our goal is to keep it on the mat. So I'm not going to try to get it in here. I just want to see if I can keep it on the mat with my 6-inch backstroke. All right, perfect. That's what we're talking about. All right, so now the ball's in line with the holes. So all these, anything in this area would be a vacation putt, so literally just a tap in. All right, so now we have the prime putt backstop back behind the cups. I placed it off the mat. All right, so my job is to not touch that backstop. So I have a vacation putt if I don't make my putt. Because inside 10 feet I expect to make it, but if I don't, I want to tap in. Literally less than 18 inches. Stop, 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 stop. All right. All right, so we want to stay on the mat within the corridor of the cups. Then we know we have a tap in. All right, I put the backstop back in the way, but I put it off the mat. All right, it's off the mat. What a great way to train right here at home. This is awesome. I love this mat. And those cups, are the same material of real cups. So when it does go in, it sounds real, which is awesome. I love it. I like that this mat is big and clean with no lines. And it rolls really well. Oh, it was a little short. I didn't have enough energy on that one. Now I just made that roll, that's good, but this one over here is too short. So we want it at least in line with the cups. All right, we don't want it to go off the mat. Now your goal when you practice is, how consistent can you be? The biggest request I get in my camps is, Christina, I want to be more consistent. All right, so my suggestion is to get 10 balls and see how many out of 10 you can get in this area. All right, so 10 represents 100%. All right, did you get 2 in here? That would be 20%, and the rest are off the mat. All right, as you get better, you'll have more and more in this quadrant. So I like the number 10. Right now I just have 3, but just for you when you practice, use 10 so you have 100%. So it's just an easy way to measure your progress. And I journal it too. So April 20th, I had 20%. May 20th, I had 50%. June 20th, I had 80%. All right, so you can see your progress. Stop, 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 stop. All right, she gets it in. Come to camp. Learn new skills, meet new pals, and yep, get more pies.